The richest broadcaster in the world. How much does Steve Harvey earn? Stay tuned for more on the lives of rich people. Hello dear friends. Steve Harvey has a net worth of $200 million as an American comedian, businessman, award-winning show and showbiz host. He is best known for hosting the Steve Harvey Morning Show as well as Family Feud as well as Celebrity Family Feud, two popular game series. Early live and comedy career. Broderick Stephen Harvey was born in Welch, West Virginia on January 17, 1957. His family later moved to Cleveland, Ohio, where he attended Glenville High School and graduated in 1974. He went to Kent State University and then transferred to West Virginia University. He worked as a boxer, auto mechanic and insurance agent, as well as a carpet cleaner and mailman, and made his comedy debut on October 8, 1985 at the Hilarities Comedy Club in Cleveland, Ohio. Harvey wasn't used to adversity. In the late 1980s, he was homeless for 3 years, sleeping in his 1976 Ford when the shows he performed at didn't have a motel. Harvey got a spot as a TV show host. It's showtime at the Apollo after he placed second in the second annual National Search for Johnny Walker Comedy in 1990. He went on to star in stand-up comedies, joining Cedric the Artist, D.L. Julio Bernie Mac on the 1997 Kings of Comedy Tour. That tour grossed $37 million in 1997 and 1998, making it one of the highest-grossing comedy tours of all time. He landed roles in such films as The Fighting Temptations 2003 and Love Don't Cost a Thing 2003 as a result of his fame and notoriety as a comedian. In 2006, he published Stephen Harvey Don't Trip, a stand-up special. He's not done with me yet. Family Feud and hosting. Harvey's 27-year career as a stand-up comedian came to an end on August 2, 2012 when he performed for the last time at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Harvey, on the other hand, has had great success in his other endeavors besides his comic career. Harvey is known as a lively and engaging host, perhaps more so than as a comedian. Harvey began presenting the game show Family Feud in 2010. He has also been the host for the longest time of any past show host. Harvey also hosts a spin-off called Celebrity Family Feud. Thanks to YouTube and countless viral videos depicting his reactions to Family Feud contestants and their wrong or mistaken answers, he has gained modern fame. In 2013, he was the first host nominated for Outstanding Talk Show Host and Outstanding Game Show Host of the Daytime Emmy Awards. The following year, he was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Harvey hosted the 2015 Miss Universe event in Las Vegas in 2015. Despite his mistake, in which he announced the first-place winner and minutes after she was crowned, he was forced to admit that he misinterpreted the result. Miss Universe in 2016, 17, and 2018. Steve Harvey's salary. Steve Harvey earned $45 million from his many businesses between June 2017 and June 2018. He earned the same amount from June 2018 to June 2019. How much does Steve Harvey earn from a Family Feud? At least $10 million of his nearly $45 million in annual income comes from his posting duties on Family Feud. His radio host duties bring another $20 million. Other business ventures. Harvey's other projects include publishing a book in 2009, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, which inspired the 2012 ensemble feature Think Like a Man. The book spans 64 weeks on the New York Times hardcover bestseller list. Straight Talk No Chaser 2010, Act Like a Success 2014, and Jump, Taking the Leap of Faith to Achieve Your Life of Abundance 2015 are among his other works. He also founded Delightful, a dating site he co-founded with IAC in 2014. Harvey co-created the show Little Big Shots by Ellen DeGeneres in 2016, which he also presented through 2019. In 2017, Harvey merged all of his activities with Stephen Harvey Global, SAG. His production firm, East 112, as well as Harvey Events, which is run by his daughter Morgan and her husband, fall under SHG. SHG also owns the foreign rights to Family Feud, which will premiere in Africa in 2020. SHG has continued his many business ventures, including his 2017 debut at the Sand and Soul Festival, an annual event combining live music, comedy, and Q&A session with Harvey. Personal life. Harvey has had 3 marriages. Marjorie Bridges is his current wife, whom he married in 2007. He has 7 children, 3 from his first marriage, 1 from his second, and Marjorie's 3 children that he adopted when they married. Together with Marjorie, he founded the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, which is dedicated to youth outreach and education. Property purchase. Steve and Marjorie rented a large property in Beverly Park, a great community atop Beverly Hills, California, in February 2018. This house once was available for rent at $125,000 per month. That equates to a rent of about $1.3 million a year. The mansion was sold for $23.5 million at some point in 2007. Outside of Los Angeles, Steve Harvey owns a 9,000 square foot estate in Atlanta, which he built for $3.4 million in 2010, and another 4-acre mansion outside Dallas, Texas. Steve built a 5,500 square foot home on the 88th floor of Trump International in Chicago in 2013. In 2018, he sold the property for $7.7 million. In May 2020, Steve paid $15 million for the former Tyler Perry mansion in Atlanta. The 35,000 square foot mansion is gated and sits on 17 acres. Tyler built the mansion in 2017, spent millions on renovations, and sold it for $17.5 million to an evangelist named David Turner in 2016. Turner lost $2.5 million on the property. Steve Harvey's fortune is estimated at $200 million. He is the CEO of a media conglomerate that includes radio, television, clothing, and books, among other things. He earns $45 million a year from his many activities, including $10 million as a host of Family Feud. Steve Harvey's car collection. Steve Harvey recently purchased a new $1 million Lamborghini Aventador. Steve Harvey also owns an $850,000 Ferrari GTC4. Several other cars in Steve Harvey's collection are listed below. Aston Martin DB11, Lincoln Aviator, Rolls-Royce Dawn. The celebrity also does not refuse luxury in the form of expensive watches. Steve Harvey's watch collection. Over the years, many wealthy givers have given Steve Harvey luxury and vintage watches. Blank Pain, $400,000. Vacheron Constantin, $240,000. Hublot, $600,000. Steve Harvey's controversy over Asian man. In January 2017, Steve Harvey made a joke on his Steve Harvey Show about Asian man, mocking the idea that any white or black woman would want to date such a man. Steve Harvey apologized on his talk show and on Twitter, saying, "I offer my humble apologies for offending anyone, especially those in the Asian community. That was not my intention, and the humor had no malice or disrespect." Multi-million-dollar house in Atlanta. Harvey built a luxurious 17-acre mansion in Atlanta because of his desire to own luxury real estate. Spread over 17 acres with expansive and vivid views of the Chattahoochee River, the Atlanta home is considered the largest property in Buckhead, Atlanta. A gathering of 100 people is the amount of spacious and opulent space in the house, as shown in the richest. Tyler Perry's mansion is worth up to $15 million as listed on Atlanta Fine Homes Sotheby's auction, which Harvey later bought for his yen. Harvey and his heavy wardrobe of chic suits. The Family Feud host is nothing short of a style icon for many men around the world. There is not a single suit variation that he repeats for his shows, all made to order in color, an assortment of pant and blazer combinations and jewelry. Famous names such as Berluti and Bottega, YSL, Armani and Dolce & Gabbana's Alta Sartoria have been invited to create custom creations because of his undeniable love of suits and collections. Harvey owns about 1,000 costumes, all because of his love of being the dressed-up man of the show. The Rolling with Steve Harvey star knew that women liked men with perfect looks from an early age because his mother always courted him, for which he always wore suits as noted in Style Custom. And that concludes our issue. Write in the comments if you watch the Family Feud show or post your favorite TV shows. We'll be sure to read them.